Brad Thomas here with the Intelligent REIT Investor here at RECon 2014. I'm joined by Stuart Tanz, the CEO of Retail Opportunity Investment Corporation, better known as ROIC. Stu, it's good to see you today.
Nice seeing you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Stu, first quarter was another great quarter for you. Occupancy at 92.4%, strong FFO growth. Tell us about it.
Sure. It was a very strong quarter for us. 10.5% FFO growth year over year. Our occupancy actually was closer to 96% this quarter, but we held very strongly in terms of occupancy. Balance sheet very strong, debt to market cap around 38%. But all in all, a very strong quarter, both in terms of the fundamentals of the company, and more importantly, the company continues growing as we have in the past in terms of starting out the year very strong with about $115 million of acquisitions.
Sure. Certainly a mature portfolio evolving here. Talk about your top tenants today and how you've been able to diversify not only in your credit, but also in geography.
Sure. Well, certainly tenant concentration is a cornerstone of our philosophy and has been from the day we started the company. Today, in terms of our annual base rent, our top 10 tenants account for about 20%, just under 20% of our total rent. So it's a very diversified portfolio. Our top 10 tenants, our largest tenant is Safeway. Okay. They account for just under 5%. But in terms of our tenant concentration, very strong.
Right. Now in terms of the balance sheet, I know I've been following your company since you came public. You have one of the strongest balance sheets in the shopping center sector. Can you talk to us about that? Sure,
we're very proud of what we've done over the years in terms of building our balance sheet. And one of the advantages we had when we started the company 5 years ago is we had no legacy as it relates to the balance sheet. So we started out with no assets and we were able to build a balance sheet that was very strong in a number of different ways. Number one, our unencumbered asset pool. Today the company has a unencumbered NOI of about 83% of our NOI is actually unencumbered. And when you look at our portfolio, today only 5 assets that we own actually have any secured debt on it. So number one, from a unencumbered perspective, we have one of the strongest or the strongest balance sheet in the retail sector. Leverage, very conservative. Other metrics in terms of the balance sheet, whether it's interest coverage, fixed debt, very, very conservative, and it's something that we're going to continue to focus on as we continue to grow the company. Having a balance sheet that is unencumbered and low levered is very important in terms of any changes that may occur out in the marketplace beyond our control.
Right. Last question is on e-commerce. That seems to be one of the biggest threats, or at least risks, perceived risks in the retail industry today. Can you talk to us about how your company is preparing for the e-commerce risk?
Sure. Well, this risk has been around for a number of years, and one of the reasons why we focus on grocery drug-anchored centers is because it caters to the basic necessities of life. This product type in the retail sector is the product type that really offers two things. Number one, the most traffic in terms of shoppers. Typically, they visit a grocery store 3 to 4 times more than any other type of retailer. But more importantly, as it relates to e-commerce, this particular product type is that it's the basic necessities of life. And good or bad times, what we have found in terms of the internet challenge or e-commerce challenge is that you just can't buy perishables over the internet. So we don't think it's much of a threat when it comes to owning this product type. And that's why we've stayed to our knitting as it relates to owning this type of product since the day we started building the company.
Great. Stu, thanks so much for joining us today and look forward to seeing you this time next year.
Looking forward to it. We're very excited about the future and we certainly appreciate your time. And again, we're just going to continue to do what we've done in the past.
Absolutely. Brad Thomas, the Intelligent REIT Investor.